That down, guys. Let's move on and talk about this, shall we? You know, one of the rare wins, there have been a few wins, and one of those rare wins for Star Wars in recent years has been the first couple seasons of Mandalorian. I wasn't a big fan of Mandalorian season 3, I'll admit, but I mean, the first couple seasons of Mandalorian, I love. And one of the big reasons that people really like the Mandalorian was because of Giancarlo Esposito's Moff Gideon, who was great. We saw him, the first one in the show, to wield the dark saber. Remember that, as he cut himself out of his TIE fighter, stuff like that. It was great. Now, I wasn't a particularly huge fan about how they brought his character to conclusion in season 3, but lest you think that's the end of it, because we all thought he died in season 3. Well, now we got Giancarlo Esposito saying that he can come back. This comes from the folks over at CBR, quoting Giancarlo Esposito. There's a big movie coming out that's focusing on Mando and the child, he said. I can't say Moff Gideon's return will be that, but I hope to be able to join that franchise again because I think there is more road for Moff Gideon.
Can I just break in real quick? He did that in character. Because you notice the quote said, the Mandalorian and the child.
Right.
As how he refers to him. Not Grogu.
Not
as
Baby
the child.
Yoda.
He did that quota in character.
The child. So here we have one of the stars of the series saying, oh, hold on a second. I know we saw him kind of definitively die, but he said, I think there's actually more story to tell. I'm not saying I'm going to be back in Mando and Grogu, although now I'm thinking maybe he will. But he said, there's more road for this character. I can absolutely come back. So Rob, let me pose the question to you. With the fact that it's kind of a messy thing, right? Because he was great as Moff Gideon. Didn't really love the ending of him, but they did give him an ending. Do you think we could see Moff Gideon return to this universe? Or is this just Giancarlo Esposito trying to keep the doors open? What do you think?
Look, man, if they can bring Darth Maul back after he was cut in half,
and thrown down a pit,
they can bring back anybody. And I love Moff Gideon. The one thing I've really loved about modern Star Wars is all the Imperial officers. Whether it's Moff Gideon, whether it's Thrawn, whether it's what's Ben Mendelsohn's character, Krennic.
Oh yeah,
you know, I love Krennic's my favorite. Might be my favorite modern Star Wars character. and then all the characters in Andor. I love them. I want the Empire to win. Bring back Moff Gideon. I love Moff Gideon.
You know, I can just see it now. We're sit down in the theater for The Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie, and the opening crawl starts. Somehow, Moff Gideon has returned. That's all you gotta do. It's the most Star Wars thing to do. Look,
just Moff Gideon speaks with an
Moff Gideon speaks. The dead speak.
Yeah.
Look. Would it be a little bit of a sigh if they brought him back at this point, especially after the disappointment that was season 3? Maybe, but here's the reality. It would give them an opportunity to maybe give a proper ending to Moff Gideon's character. Because look, he was one of the most popular things about the show.
Yeah.
Right? And he is right now in movies and entertainment in general, but also in genre fan circles. He's a super popular guy, Giancarlo Esposito. He's great. We've had a chance to meet him. He's terrific. So I think I would be good with it if they decided to bring him back. It would be with a little bit of pinching my nose while they do it, but I think I would be okay with it just for the opportunity to have a better ending for the character and just to bring such a great character into the story. But if I had to be honest, I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is just Giancarlo keeping the door open and speaking as a fan. I don't think it'll happen, although I would be okay with it. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Kikoff. Man, time flies, doesn't it? 1 minute, you're reminiscing about your last vacation, and the next, you're thinking about major life goals, like buying a car, getting that dream home. But if your credit isn't where it needs to be, those goals can feel out of reach. And that's where Kikoff comes in, the #1 credit building app in the App Store that makes it easy, affordable, and stress-free to build credit fast. And that's exactly why I love Kikoff. They give you a credit line for just building credit, not for spending. Your on-time payments get reported to the 3 major credit bureaus, help helping you improve your credit mix and payment history, two of the biggest factors in credit growth. If your credit is under 600, you could see a jump of about 28 points in your first month. No credit check, no hidden fees, no interest, just smart credit building. Building credit can happen faster than you expect with Kikoff. Don't wait. Get your first month for just $1 at getkikoff.com/Campea. That's Kikoff without the C. Get 80% off at getkikoff.com/Campea. Must sign up via getkickoff.com/Campea to activate offer. Offer applies to new customers first month only, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. Point stat based on Equifax Vantage Score 3.0 changes for Kikoff users starting under 600 who made their first on-time payment between January of 2021 and March of 2024. Payment and credit activity outside Kikoff can have an impact on your credit. Individual results may vary. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Giancarlo Esposito says, hey, I don't think Moff Gideon's story is done. Do you agree with him? Do you think we could see Gideon back, whether it's in Mando and Grogu or whether it's in something a little bit further along? Or do you think that's just too much of a stretch? It's time to move on. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.